Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we're going to start off with the LK2, the Goslar, over here in the French Antilles. Has found the Ketina, Circe class light cruiser. Just as a little welcome back. Has been a break of a few days recording for me, because it is the October holidays, so that means recording is no longer, all the time. Every weekday. It's sporadic whenever I can. And that also means with 1.4 being imminent, that, there might... I'm still not sure. Again, very much depends when 1.4 comes out. But I do know what campaign I want to do next. I'm pretty sure I want to do Italy again. And I'm thinking 1900. It's a fun start date. And I'm thinking I might do an artisan campaign, which will be a fun restriction. I haven't done one of those for a while, and I've never done one as Italy. I've done one as France. Suits the Italians, I think. But I think I might make it even more challenging than the French campaign was. Just so that you guys don't complain about, oh, it's easy, just stomping over everybody. Well, if I give myself a whole pile of restrictions, then it won't be as easy. That's the theory. But starting a campaign, it means I'm going to want to make sure that there's a couple of patches out already. It tends to be a very rapid pace of updates, and that usually means that the mods break, because I will be playing with the balance mod, and possibly my own mod, depending on how things go. I'm just going to end the battle, can't be bothered chasing down the cruiser, which I'll talk more about in the next battle. Here we are. The Wittenberg has found the Rochambeau and the Commandant Bory, and some transports. We also have some destroyers to help, so that sounds all fine. Yes, so I don't know if Admiral Snackbar agrees with me or not, or whether he wants to just have a more vanilla-like experience. But I do not like the armor limits in 1.4. I know some people do like the armor limits, but I don't. And I think the armor limits that already exist, that we have in the game, are fine. And there's sufficient guardrails for the AI as well. I don't think the AI making heavily armoured ships is a particularly big problem. They tend to make incredibly lightly armoured ships that you destroy really easily. And 1.4 has boosted the penetration of guns. They're about 25% more punchy, according to the developers. So armor's already been nerfed a little bit. And I would love to look into long-term maybe doing a more naval armaments race, naval arms race type adjustment to armor, because I do think they're Obaris right about armor being a bit weird in the game, but that's a much bigger project. But I will be releasing a mod for 1.4 of the vanilla resources file, that all it does is restore the armor limits of 1.3.99 that we've had for years. Since I'm trying to think when the armor limits were set at the current values, a long time ago. And all it's going to do is restore that. There we go, Rochambeau sunk. And I will also make a version of the balance mod resources file with the same current limits. Very, very simple mod to do. As far as I can tell, I have messed around with changing the limits on 1.3.9.9, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. It might cause a little bit of a problem with the AI generator, but it shouldn't, I don't think, because they haven't changed the weights of any of the armors, and the AI generator's already used to their limits from the current version of the game, so I don't think it'd be a problem. I have experimented with removing the limits altogether, because limits bad. It's funny, but extremely unstable. Because the AI gets extremely confused when you tell it that it can put as much armor as it likes on a ship. It needs some guardrails. And I think the current ones are fine. So, getting all those ducks in a row, that is going to take a little bit of time. So, if there is a little bit of a gap in Dreadnought's content, at least in terms of the campaign, that is why. Because I am working on stuff to make the best, most fun campaign possible that I can think of. There we go. I'm just going to end the battle there. I can't be bothered with the destroyer. And that's my plan. Back to the map. Alright, I've gone to the following month, and we found the Milan and the Commandant Bore. With a bunch of destroyers, we might as well try and take them out. So yes, that's the plan, campaign-wise. However, 1.4 being released doesn't mean, and me, maybe waiting on starting a new campaign doesn't mean that campaign videos in history are going to stop. I mean, I might be talking as you're watching it, and you're thinking, hang on, 1.4 is already out. It's not when I'm recording this. So there might be a few videos to release after 1.4 comes out. However, once 1.4 does come out, I do want to do a bit of content looking at the new hulls. There's a lot of them, but most of them are kind of repeats. But I was thinking of doing a series of videos where I look at the hulls I did this ages ago. I did like a Dreadnought showcase where I looked at the hulls that everybody had. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, what would you like to see me look at first? We could do, I think, dreadnoughts and super dreadnoughts, modern battleships, battle cruisers, heavy cruisers, light cruisers, would all be categories that would be easy enough to look at. Destroyer hulls, fairly samey. What would you like me to focus on? What are you needing guidance on? What are you needing me to kind of look at? And do you want me to focus on, every hull that a country has available, or would you prefer kind of hey, this hull, that hull, and just comparing them in a certain year, like Endgame stuff, which hulls are available right to the end. Those are always interesting to me because you know that they are ships that you can build right to the end of the game, which is always nice. Not that you can't keep a ship and refit it, but generally speaking, the hulls that you have available in 1940, or still available in 1940, I should say, and that never get invalidated by the tech tree, are the ones most worth investing into. And some of them can unlock surprisingly early. Right, we sunk the Milan. I don't think the destroyer's coming to play, though. So, I'll chase it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you guys back on the... well, I'll see you on the post-result screen. Indeed. There we go. The Commandant Bore disappeared. We have more battles to do, though, so I'm going to load those up. Well, now, here is an interesting battle, again, over in the Caribbean. The Condorcet, a cursed name, although it might be a player design. If this is inspired by the Condorcets from my French campaign, you, sir, are a fan, or ma'am, you are a fan. if that is what you have done. The Condorcets are... yeah, well, I hope it does better. Well, I don't hope that it does better than the Condorcets in my French campaign, because they all died. Absolutely cursed name. I don't think it is. I don't think I did a design like that. But it looks like a player design to me. Yes, that looks player-like to me. Center wing turrets. Interesting. Maybe they didn't have the ability to put 5 center lines. Or they just didn't fit with the funnel. I would have just gone a single queue if you're going for a design like that. Personally, it might have been tricky to fit, though. You'd have to shift all this forward. I'll see what the offset is. It's guarding a big old convoy. We've got a bunch of... is it all GK2s? It is. Okay, 4 of them. Damn. Okay. 6-inch shells shouldn't worry a battleship. Especially if it's built by a player. Some other things are taking some damage on it, though. Blind firing into the smoke. Transports, and there is something else in there as well. It's the battleship leaving them. That is supremely rude. If I was the captain of those one of those transports, I would be I'd be sneezing. I'd also be a bit miffed. Right, we're going to turn our torpedoes off for now. We're going to try and sink those transports, seeing as they're in the way. All in a bunch as well. The cruisers leaving as well. It's just some light cruisers. Just absolutely oh, the forward does take a hit there. Completely abandoning their charges. So bad. Transports out of their misery. There we go. Last one down. Focus on removing the cruiser. Katina. Get some shells to actually bite. She'll be in trouble. No. Focus on her. There we go. wisely surrender, leaving us just with the battleship. Right, let's have a look at it. Condorcet, the coward. 13.5-inch guns, Mark 3s, 49 caliber. Ouch. Smoke and withdrawal. No, too late. Pretty decent. Trained crew. 24 knots, not bad. 14-inch main belt, also not bad. A little bit weak on the turret tops, would be my only concern with the armour. 4-inch, it's not the best. Yeah, this is not looking promising. Let's just withdraw. Happy to gain the intelligence and sink transports. Semi-oil, forced turbines. I mean, we put some damage on it. She'll have to go into port for a little bit of repairs. Heavy ballistite TNT. That is an interesting choice. That is a very interesting choice. Right, they disappear. I'm going to end there. Interesting ship. I'll have to keep an eye out for her. Very interesting. Alright, back to the map. Huh. I ended the turn, and it looks like we have peace between us and the British. Now, we don't have a lot of money for things, but we'll take Gambia. Right, what's your next most valuable province? That's usually a good way of doing it. Papua. And that's all we can really afford. Have a look at their fleet though. They've got the Monarch, Collingwood. They've got a couple of things in here. Ooh, that's a player design. That's a 1910 Brad. Must be a player design. Shame we haven't seen it. Sure. And you gave me both. Thank you. Well, with them out of the way, that frees up some ships. I think we'll have a look at that. Of course, all those go in reverse order. Right. I think we have the Ramstein is there. Should probably leave them here just in case. I don't want any nasty surprises. But that does mean one opponent is out. Pretty sure Spain is going to be out soon too. They cannot contend with being blockaded for this long. Surely not. And I think we're going to knock France out relatively quickly. We're going to take... Well, I say that. They've been our main opponent. We've got 2 more turns before we take Gabon. They're locked out of a peace deal until we do that. Then we're going to go for Middle Congo. Then we're going to go for this stuff. We should be able to take French Guinea or Guyana, sorry, at some point. But it would be nice if we could take the Antilles off them. Because that would be, I think, most of the French colonies in this side of the globe. Then it's just, yeah, they've got a little bit over here, and they've got some stuff over here, and then they've got their Asian holdings. Including a very significant Asian holding, but yeah, how are we doing over there, actually? Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Right, well, I'm going to end the turn again and see what happens. Welcome back. We have an operation to take Madeira, which I'm going to accept. It's a pretty small task force required. I'm just going to see who's the closest. That would be the Halloween. She can go take that off Portugal. She should be enough. We also have a couple of heavy cruisers here. Okay. How are these offensives going? See, this is a weird thing. Look, the French have magically duplicated their army to guard against... This should be an instant loss. But nope. Anyway, naval invasion continues. That'll go off next turn. We also have a battle. Spain, you're trying something. Oh, and this is a player design. The Trinidad 1915. Hey, that's positively modern. Brad class. Brad? Nice. Let's have a look at you. 27 knots. Decent. Up to 16 inches of high quality armor. That's good. Maximum bulkheads. 6 11-inch guns. Fancy. And a bunch of 4s and 2s and some torpedo tubes. And we have a GK3 to take her on. What's the cost? 47. Okay. Could be interesting. 11-inch armored cruiser versus an 8-inch modern heavy cruiser. Very interesting. Okay, we've got a decent-ish chance to hit. So just start throwing as many shells at the target as we can. Oh, got a little bit of damage there. Again, just a little bit. Bit of flooding. Oh, that was solid. Main belt pens. Damn, really? Oh boy. No, don't kill it too quickly. I wanted to see the stats on it. No. Ah. Poo. 98, 99. See, I can't see it. I can prematurely end the battle. Oh. Okay. And this doesn't give me any more info than the main one did. I want to see what the armoring was actually like on the ship, because I was surprised that we were able to deal with it that quickly. I know we got punchy guns on the Reknets, but that was unexpected, very unexpected. Right, what else have we got? We have a convoy battle against a Devastation class by the Verningeroda. One transport. I will just do this as a time lapse. I really don't think this is going to be a particular issue. And there we go. It indeed was not a big issue, with the Tempête suffering a flash fire and exploding after being hit by a torpedo, which is pretty nice. Right, back to the map. Alright, the Chanzy has run into, well, a bit of an issue for her. Let's be honest here, this is going to take approximately 2 seconds as soon as we see her. Well, not 2 seconds, but it's not going to be the longest fight in the world, so again, I am just going to time-lapse this. And there we go. Now, annoyingly, I think, yeah, those torpedoes did register. I wasn't even paying attention. So that's a little bit annoying that Idrisil took a bit of damage that she didn't need to, but other than that, absolutely fine. Right, back to the map. So, all I wanted to do was to check whether the invasion has succeeded. But no, for some reason, this turn you've got 100 battles that you need to do before you get to see anything. Right, fine. Sink the Amsterdam. Just a silly little light cruiser. I'm sure we can deal with it. I'm quite pleased with the Z4s. I do have the hull for the Z5. The destroyer leader. But I'm trying to get the what's it? Triple turrets for destroyers, which will unlock probably about 4 or 5 months' time. And I can start on the Z5s, which will be our last destroyer design, because Germany doesn't get any more destroyer hulls. But it'll basically be a Z5, but with triple turrets, I think. 9 5-inch guns on a destroyer is pretty powerful. Bye-bye. Oh, hit them with the torpedoes. Lovely. I haven't had too much contact with the Americans, so this is actually pretty significant if we can take out a cruiser of theirs. Maybe wake them up into taking us seriously and sending some capital ships to come fight our capital ships, but maybe they need more encouragement. Come on, just need a little bit more flooding. One more compartment will do it. Being tricksy. And there we go. Good. Down goes the Amsterdam. Splat. Good, good, good. Next. Nope. More obligatory battles. And this time it is an honest-to-goodness battleship. A Virginia class. Expensive ship. Yeah, we'll take a shot at her. Don't know if a GK3 and an LK1 are going to have much luck. So we're going to have to be cautious here. Especially as I don't know the capabilities of the Virginia. Interesting looking ship. Yeah, we're going to have to be very careful here. Well, we've spotted them. Low fuel. That helps a bit. Ah, yes, this hull. What the hell is going on with secondaries, though? Like, this one, fine, but this one's just dumb. Take this gun out. It's going to be very difficult to approach it with a destroyer. It's a tiny funnel. And I suspect that has an enormous forward weight offset, but we will we'll have to see. She's a long way off, 22 kilometers out. None of these ships are ridiculously fast. She is at least coming towards us extremely slowly. I mean, that'll be down to the low fuel, but still. Opening up. What you got again? 13s. I don't think it's a player-made design. Those gun calibers are too... there's too many of them. And there's the weird mixture in there. I think probably just going straight at it for now. I'm going to close so that we can start getting lots of rounds on it. Ideally want to get it ID'd as well. Time for the destroyer now. Oh, they really are going for the destroyer. Right, torpedoes, launch when ready. Seems they're trying the same. A little bit of damage on it. Right, Texas. Certainly got a lot of guns. Yeah, terrible offset. 57%. Was already slow. It's pretty well armoured though. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. Might have to rely on some torpedoes. Although that is an interesting angle to fire your torpedoes at. Right, the Z3-30 has unloaded. That's good. We are getting little chips here and there. A little bit of damage. There are some torpedoes coming at it. Yeah, look at that. 8-inch guns are doing absolute work. Oh, of course, there's a convenient gap for them to go right through. It doesn't have many bulkheads. The offset will make it flood a little bit more than it would normally. Taking some damage, but not a whole heap. Ow. Right, torpedoes. Let's get them off. Or not, as the case may be. Gonna have to settle for a little bit of damage, and that's it, I think. Handles something. Has fired a torpedo. Let's withdraw. Focus on shooting up the slope, would you? Oh, that is looking peaky. Did find in the Spanish campaign that those American battleships are surprisingly hard to kill. Although Texas has taken a fair bit of flooding. Now, nothing serious, nothing in the middle here. But it will be enough to force her to go in for repairs. I think. I think that would count as medium damage. Much easier for us to repair in South Africa for them than for the Americans. Probably the worst place for an American ship to suffer some damage. I don't know where she's going to go to get repairs. Damn. Do lose the light cruiser. Means this will almost certainly be a defeat. But, I don't know. I'm quite happy that we've done a lot of damage to the Texas. Barring a supremely lucky hit, should be able to get away. Hello? End battle button? End battle button would be good right now. Nobody can see each other. Nobody can shoot. Hello? Well, okay, we can see them, but... There we go. Thank you. Right. Yes, defeat. Fair enough, really. Although we did actually... It's pretty close in VP. And we lost... Yeah. Less crew than they did. But, no, technically a defeat, but not a bad one. We found out about this Virginia class. And, you know, it's a long shot taking on a 44,000-ton battleship with a couple of cruisers and a destroyer. Anyway, let's go back to the map. We have taken Gabon. Finally secured. That means we can move on to the invasion of the Middle Congo. And that will hopefully put an end to French, African, well, apart from Eritrea, which they still own, and French Sudan. But, I mean, French Sudan should eventually fall, one would hope. But there's nothing I can do about it because it's landlocked. How's this going? 32%. Okay, send the two heavy cruisers, and how many turns? Yeah. Send the Fenris to help. Should take care of it, although yeah, these guys are probably closer, but it's fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah, we're still not blockading France, which kind of pisses me off. So the other thing I was thinking actually is we could move this fleet just down to the Caribbean in general, and we can start hitting the Americans. Is my thinking. So I'm going to send them down to. Well, I'm just going to send them kind of here-ish for now. If that makes sense. Although I am going to leave 1 or 2 ships here. Just to keep an eye on them. We'll leave the Belder's shield and a destroyer. Just to keep some presence in the Bay of Biscay and keep the blockade on Spain. But we're clearly not blockading France. So we might as well go cause some trouble over here. Where's Yorick right now? She is... Oh, right, yeah, of course. Right here. Causing trouble. Okay, good. We also have a convoy. Ooh. Condorcet is back. Okay, I better not time-lapse it, because she could easily kill some of those light cruisers. Again, another ship we can maybe try and hunt down. Although, if Condorcet just runs from the convoy again, which is entirely possible, this might end up being more of just a time-lapse murdering transports kind of battle. We shall have to wait and see. Again, we seem to have started absolutely miles apart. That's what, 20 minutes already? Sailing at, well, not full speed, but sailing at a reasonable speed. Still no sign of them. This is verging into potential ghost battle if I didn't know there were transports there. Do you really have to start me 50 kilometers away, game? There we go. Yeah, it's just transports. I'm going to time-lapse this. And there we go. And I think with that, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.